Welcome back to Good Day State Line. I told you we were going outside, so that's where we are. I'm with Robbie from Sisson's Tree Service. Thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Okay, so 'tis the season for a lot of tree talk, and you guys are going to tell us today about how you take down a tree a little bit different than maybe we think that some companies would do it, right?
Correct.
Okay, so what do you do?
So we robotically take a tree down. We don't send people up into the trees anymore to climb or use buckets. It's all operated from a remote control around his waist, which brings the operator out of the strike potential and the danger zone, meaning it's a lot safer and it's way more efficient than the traditional way where people are taking it with ropes and rigging and all the mechanical advantages that used to be with traditional tree work. Obviously, a crane can hold a lot more weight than a rope can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long has this process, how long have you guys been doing it this way?
We've been doing it this way since about 2017.
Okay, for quite a while.
Yes. Yep. We worked on quite a few utility projects. An EAB project. We've gone out to California with fire hazard removal with the utilities out there helping to remove any trees that have striking potentials from the power lines. And
so the crane, which looks just like the arcade game,
yes.
They win every time.
Yes, and he wins every time.
Yeah.
His kids love it.
So he grabs the. Let me give you the most layman's terms. I think is what's happening. It's going to the tree. It's kind of breaking off some of the branch and then setting it down gently.
Correct. So a traditional tree company, obviously, they might look at that over there and there's a big open field and they might just drop that tree that way.
Sure.
And obviously the tree's dead. So when you do drop the tree, what tends to happen is it hits the ground and it goes everywhere. So now what you're creating for yourself is you have to rake that whole field to clean it up and keep the customer happy, obviously, where it might take us a little bit longer, but he's able to grab it and cut it over there and bring it over here and keep most of the mess contained right in this little area right here. So we're not raking a whole field. And then obviously lifting it up and bringing it over structure and working as efficiently and safely as we possibly can.
And it's kind of cool to watch.
It is. It definitely draws a crowd whenever we're out.
So you guys are a small family business. Of course, this time of the year we always talk about shopping local and shopping small. This is kind of the same thing.
Yeah. So obviously, like you just said, we're a small family-owned business. When you hire us to take a tree down, you're not helping just us. So obviously he cuts it, it goes into the chipper, and it comes out as a low-grade mulch. And we will dump that for a lot of farmers in the local area.
Oh, wow.
And they use that for bedding for their cattle. They'll use it to grade out certain areas of their land. They use it for a lot of numerous different reasons. And then we don't sell firewood and we don't process firewood, but there's a lot of local companies in the area that do, and we also supply them with the wood that we take down. So not only when you're taking a tree or hiring us to take a tree down, you're not only supporting just us, you're supporting the companies that we also go to.
Yeah, and you're not just throwing it, I don't know what else you would do with the trees, but you're recycling it, you're
Correct.
reusing it in whatever fashion.
Yes, we are.
That's the big part, huh?
Yeah. And like I said, it doesn't fully remove the hazards. Nothing will fully remove any hazard from any situation, but it will greatly reduce it. So a traditional tree company, they could rope all that out and a rope could snap. Same with us, a hydraulic hose could blow. The chances of it happening, because obviously we do daily inspections on all this stuff every day, day in and day out, it greatly reduces the risks. And that's what appeals to a lot of our customer base. When it comes to storm hazards, tree work, a tree that uprooted over a house. So we run 2 of these cranes, and we've utilized them before where we will use one crane to hold an uprooted tree in place while the other crane is picking that tree safely, preventing it from falling any further and causing damage.
So how do we get in contact with you?
We have a Facebook page, and we also have a website, and then our number is 1959.
Are you ever jealous of that guy, or do you get to do this too?
No, I get to do it too.
Okay.
Yep. We have 4 operators right now.
Awesome.
So we kind of take a rotation between all of us.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for, cleaning up our backyard.
Yeah, no problem.
We'll be right back with our first stop on the GDS Holiday Gift Guide. We're off to Roxy Carmichael.